Although most Americans drink coffee, tea has a lengthy history in the United States. Even though coffee is more popular than tea, the traditional brew is still a fan favorite. And with the rise of the wellness movement, more and more of us are turning to tea for its antioxidant properties. This video has a full list of the best tea brands in the world, so if you're looking for some luxury or bottled brands, we've got you covered. Before we go any further, please hit the button below to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, remember to click the notification bell to be the first to know whenever we upload a new video. At the top of our list of the best tea brands in the world is the Republic of Tea. The Republic of Tea has been creating artisanal tea blends since 1992, when it began sourcing leaves and botanicals from the world's finest tea gardens. The company's smell the roses attitude, sip by sip, rather than gulp by gulp, pairs nicely with a warm cup of tea. The Republic of Tea is a member of the Ethical Tea Partnership. It has a business model that supports positive social and environmental development. So, drinking this tea will make you feel good in more ways than one. When it comes to drinks, this brand has great blends in all categories, but their green teas are especially good. If you're new to green tea, their honey ginseng mix is a great place to start. It's softly sweet and pleasantly mellow. Number 2, Yogi. For the past 30 years, Yogi, an Oregon-based firm with international success, has used tea leaves and herbs to make medicinal elixirs inspired by Ayurvedic principles. Many of their high-quality botanicals and spices come from India and South Asia, where Yogi works to improve local communities while promoting sustainable practices. What was the end result? A delightful and wildly profitable line of teas that can be found at every grocery shop. But, green tea lovers, take note, one of Yogi's best-selling teas is their super antioxidant green tea, a stronger blend with overtones of lemongrass and licorice that admirers describe as downright fantastic, and healthy to boot. The third tea brand on our list is FG Organics. If you value sustainability, look no further than FG Organics, or FGO for short. The company is proud to offer high-quality organic teas, superfoods, and edible flowers at a fair price. The teas are also packaged in environmentally friendly tea bags made of abaca hemp fiber paper, which is devoid of dyes, adhesives, glue, and chlorine bleach, as well as staples and strings. All of their products are USDA organic and free of genetically modified organisms, GMOs. However, their green tea is often thought to be the best. It's obtained from China's tea areas, and your first sip will transport you there. Following FG Organics is Jade Leaf Matcha. The Jade Leaf Matcha company focuses solely on matcha. Matcha is a powdered form of green tea from Japan. Its high level of concentration has earned it high praise. The company was founded by two ardent matcha drinkers who were fed up with the low-quality goods available in the United States and decided to do something about it. All of Jade Leaf Matcha's products are made by the Kizuna Tea Collective, which uses both modern and traditional methods to grow the most tasty and healthy matcha leaves. Both the Kizuna Collective and the Jade Leaf Matcha brand have done something very well since their original matcha product has received tens of thousands of 5-star ratings from matcha fans who love its great taste and energizing effects. Fifth on our list of the best tea brands in the world is Harney & Sons Incorporation. As the name implies, this East Coast tea company is a family affair. The Harneys are tea enthusiasts. This shows in the high-quality fair trade blends they produce, which include classic and unique flavor profiles. For 3 generations, the Harneys have been making, blending, and packaging high-quality teas that make tea lovers drool. Even though Harney & Sons has a lot of interesting options, fans say that their hot cinnamon spice black tea is the one not to miss. A boldly flavored black tea blends with cinnamon, cloves, and orange peel to create a comforting beverage with a lot of personalities. Number 6, Vadam. Bala Sarda, an Indian tea lover, started Vadam. He cut out the middlemen so that tea lovers could get mug after mug of the best ingredients from India's famous tea estates. It's an ethical business strategy that directly benefits farmers, who far too often work for low wages. The Vadam mixes are inspired by native healing traditions, and because they are all made from hand-picked leaves and herbs in India, the result is quality you can taste. Try their Earl Grey mix, which is a new take on an old favorite. It combines the great taste of longleaf black tea with the wonderful citrus smell of pure bergamot oil to make a drink that is well balanced and hard to turn down. The next brand on our list is Bigelow, a certified B Corporation, thus indicating that they satisfy high standards of environmental and social openness and accountability. Before making it to the store shelves, each batch of tea goes through 26 quality checks. All 120+ types of tea are individually wrapped in foil pouches to keep their flavor, freshness, and smell while they are waiting to be used in your pantry. Constant Comment, a blend of black tea, orange rinds, and sweet spices, is popular for a reason. It's Bigelow's most closely guarded formula in the ever-expanding collection. Even now, the recipe is the same as it was in 1945, and only family members make it. This makes sure that every cup of tea is delicious and special. Twinings is ranked 8th on our list. Twinings of London has been manufacturing high-quality tea for over 300 years, so it's safe to assume that this hugely successful English tea firm knows what it's doing. The classic black teas have a full-bodied flavor thanks to teas carefully sourced from Kenya, Malawi, and Assam, while ingredients from other places lend a milder taste for a cup of the good stuff that's both balanced and complex. You can find Twinings teas pretty much everywhere, and despite their large-scale operation, the company commits to ethical sourcing techniques, so you can drink any blend in good conscience. Not sure what flavor to choose? You can't go wrong with the Queen's favorite tea, Twinings Classic English Breakfast Tea. Number 9, Numi. The Iraq-born, Oakland-based Numi sibling combo came together as business partners with a common ambition to effect positive change and, of course, a mutual love of tea. Today, Ahmed Rahim and Reem Hassani use their business to support good causes and make sure that their gourmet tea blends are made in an ethical way. The bigger the leaf, the better the tea, and Numi only uses the biggest leaves, along with rare and exotic ingredients, to make blends that are much richer, smoother, and more refined than most other options. Fans of the brand rave about its herbal tea variety in particular. One example is Numi's Moroccan Mint, which is a lively and energizing tea with the subtle sweetness of young spearmint and a scent that will wake you up without caffeine. The next brand on our list of the best tea brands in the world is Traditional Medicinals. Sustainability, ingredient integrity, and social and environmental activism are what drive Traditional Medicinals' business, but you may know them better for their high-end line of teas that focus on health. Rosemary Gladstar, a third-generation herbalist and instructor, as well as an author on the subject of herbal studies, and Drake Sadler formed Traditional Medicinals in 1974. Although the couple is no longer engaged in the firm, the brand has remained faithful to its initial aim of providing consumers with natural, herbal medicines. Because of this brand is still a favorite of tea lovers who want high-quality herbal blends. Traditional Medicinals has a broad variety of teas with a devoted following, but a cup of their chamomile and lavender combination is said to be a truly divine way to unwind, and maybe even drift off. Following Traditional Medicine is Tazo. Tazo teas are non-GMO, and the company has recently shifted its focus to environmental stewardship with Tazo Tree Corps. The company established this tree planting workforce in conjunction with American Forest to assist in reforesting BIPOC communities in 5 major cities that have been disproportionately affected by climate change. They have a slew of unique herbal teas on offer. Think wild apple sarsaparilla, prickly pear cactus, glazed lemon loaf, and more, but the passion variation is without a doubt the most popular. With mouth-puckering hibiscus, orange peel, rose hips, and passion fruit, this blend of herbs makes a tropical-inspired tea that is one for the books. Number 12, Ticino. Ticino specializes in herbal coffee and tea, and they do it well. Caroline McDougall, a tea designer who has won awards, started it in 1993 with the goal of making a line of strong-tasting alternatives that both tea and coffee lovers could enjoy. Ticino has reached its original goal of making herbal teas that taste good and are good for you because they are made from a mix of organic herbs, fruits, and nuts. You may be wary of any tea that promises to taste like coffee, but trust us, the creamy, chocolatey, and somewhat bitter profile of Ticino's dandelion coconut tea will convert you. Smith Teamaker is ranked 13th on our list. Stephen Smith, a tea master too humble to accept the title, created Smith Tea Maker in Portland, though fans will tell you that you can taste it in every sip of his stuff. The Smith Tea Maker concept is based on creativity, which results in small batch blends that all begin with inspiration and go through rigorous testing before making their way to your mug. In other words, when it comes to making good tea, the mixologist-in-chief does not skimp. Smith Tea Maker's white petal tea shows how much the company cares about quality. It is a blend of Chinese full-leaf white tea and flower petals that is smooth, mild, and fragrant. In essence, it tastes like a new relationship. Taylors of Harrogate is next on our list. Taylors of Harrogate is a Yorkshire-based family business that makes both premium coffee and specialty teas. Taylors of Harrogate is known for building strong relationships with the best farms and cooperatives in tea-growing areas so that they can get the best and most flavorful ingredients. The brand has been operating since 1886, but its dedication to treating people with love and respect in all aspects of business hasn't wavered. Taylors of Harrogate continues to please its loyal customers by maintaining the highest standards and offering more than just its famous Yorkshire tea. Taylor White Tea, a creamy mix with delicate flavors of peach and flower petals, is said to be a pure, soul-soothing triumph by those in the know. Next, we have Rishi. Joshua Kaiser, an avid traveler who wanted to share the great teas he had tried in Asia with the rest of the world, started Rishi in 1997. He was successful in achieving his goal. The company cares about being socially responsible, so it works directly with small-scale producers to get the ingredients for its carefully made line of teas. Rishi teas are, thus, a love letter to the culinary and floral arts, and you can taste them in every mix. Try the loose-leaf peach blossom white tea if you want to discover one of our favorites. The sweet and dreamy smell creates a calming brew that tastes like summer, and it's wonderful, hot or cold. Coming after Rishi is the Tao of Tea. The Tao of Tea is a Portland, Oregon-based fair trade company that makes drinks and tea blends without any artificial flavors, additives, or preservatives. Since 1997, they have been selling herbs, mixes, and specialty teas. They work with growers to get the best harvest leaves. Their teas are not only organic, but they also teach people how to grow tea in a sustainable way and try to protect the ecosystems where they get their ingredients. Because it's prepared with pure organic hibiscus blossoms and organic dried ginger, this hibiscus ginger loose leaf tea is equal parts sweet, tart, and spicy. Last on our list of the best tea brands in the world is David's Tea. David's Tea was started in Quebec, and it has an amazing number of original loose leaf tea blends that taste good and come in both eye-catching canisters and small bags. But it's the unique combination of tastes that keeps admirers coming back for more. As a member of the Ethical Tea Partnership, David's Tea keeps high standards at all stages of production. However, the way that these ethically sourced ingredients are put together shows how powerful the mind can be. Try this coconut caramel spin on classic rooibos tea and see how its tastes blend with relaxing valerian root. Let's now examine the top tea brands available in the US. These are tea brands established in the United States that diligently acquire tea from throughout the world, produce proprietary blends, and also obsess over minutiae like the material of their tea bags or direct farmer contacts. Topping the list is the Tao of Tea. This American tea brand takes pleasure in finding teas from all around the world that are free of artificial flavors, additives, and preservatives. Although their first tea house opened in 1997, you may now purchase the Tao of Tea's teas online. Number 2, Harney & Sons Incorporation. Harney & Sons is one of the most well-known brands of high-end American tea. It has a sophisticated look that reminds people of the old tea shops you can find tucked away on a London street. Their inventory ticks all the boxes of a posh tea supplier, from silky sachets to loose-leaf varieties in beautiful containers. Third on the list, we have the Tea Spot. The Tea Spot is mostly online, and its own tea blends and teaware have won many awards at the Global Tea Championship. They provide a large selection of loose and bagged tea to choose from. Next, we have the Buddha Tea. Most people know Buddha Teas as an American company that makes hard-to-find herbal and mushroom teas like ashwagandha, burdock, and chaga. They use packaging that is good for the environment, only use organic ingredients, and focus on teas with the most natural benefits. Smith Teamaker is the fifth brand on our list of the top tea brands available in the US. Stephen Smith, the original founder of Tazo before the tea brand was sold to Starbucks and co-founder of Stash, a prominent grocery store tea label, founded Smith Teamaker. This time, he focused on small batch tea from the finest tea sources. Their many years of experience with tea are clear from their website, which has a lot of information about every blend and supplier. Number 6, Numi. Numi was started by a brother and sister in 1999. The company goes above and beyond by making sure all of its teas are tested in a lab and grown using fair trade principles. Their main business is selling bagged teas that are organic and ethically sourced. These teas can be found in many stores across the United States. Numi is followed by Tea Forte. Tea Forte is a high-end American tea company best known for its FDA-approved, patented pyramid infuser, which is basically a tea bag sachet. They market themselves as elegant and design-driven, and they sell a wide range of teas, tea sets, and teaware online and in high-end stores and supermarkets around the world. Upton Tea Imports ranks 8th on the list. Upton Tea Imports calls itself the loose-leaf tea experts, and they are proud to offer only the best loose-leaf teas from all over the world. Upton is a tea company that has been around since 1989. It focuses on giving tea lovers a wide range of options and doesn't worry much about fancy packaging or branding. Number 9, Simple Loose Leaf. Simple Loose Leaf is owned and run by 3 siblings. It has a pretty successful tea subscription business. You can also make a one-time purchase of any loose tea from their shop. The last tea brand on this list is the Great Mississippi Tea Company. This is a tea company based in Mississippi. The Great Mississippi Tea Company wants to make a model for farming tea in an ethical and sustainable way by using new methods and using less pesticides. The company has won prizes in the Global Tea Championship more than once, and the rare tea line of the British tea company Fortnum and Mason carries some of its teas. They also provide tours and hands-on experiences to learn about the processing of their green, black, and oolong teas. Let's also take a look at the top luxury tea brands. While it is acceptable to pull out the typical tea bags, there is something special about presenting a premium cup of tea to yourself or your friends. If you aren't planning on purchasing that costly teapot, why not try out these luxury tea brands? First, we have Harney & Sons Incorporations. The Harney & Sons Hot Cinnamon Spice Tea is a go-to when it comes to black tea. Despite its low price, the product appears and smells luxurious. It comes in a beautiful bronze box and has a tempting scent and delicious taste. What makes this cup so special is how well the strong black tea base and the smells of cinnamon, sweet clove, and orange peel go together. Number 2, Organic Sun Goddess Peak. Tea lovers sometimes want an unusual tasting brew, like matcha, and I can't recommend Peak Organic Sun Goddess enough for this kind of tea. When opened, the product is a powder that is astoundingly fine and scented. The best young green tea leaves are used to make the product so that most of the health benefits of matcha are preserved. The stronger, earthier taste goes well with the natural sweetness and smooth, creamy texture of a cup. Next is the Blue Imperial Himalayan White Tea from Bottom Teas. Some tea consumers, on the other hand, want something lighter, and Bottom Tea's Blue Imperial Himalayan White Tea is the most delightful option. The product is gathered from the Himalayan slopes and foothills in long, loose leaves that beautifully stretch when soaked. It tastes as good as it smells. Primrose and peony notes give it a delicate floral taste that is balanced by hints of stone fruit, which give it a citrusy sweetness. The Tea Makers of London comes in 4th place on the list. If you want to find the Goldilocks zone between black tea and green tea for your cup of tea, go for semi-oxidized oolong tea. The most refreshing cup of tea comes from the Tea Makers of London, which sells rare High Mountain Ali Shan loose-leaf oolong tea. The black and gold tea caddy is magnificent in and of itself, but the rolled tea leaves inside are even more remarkable because they are produced and harvested 2,000 meters above sea level. A cup of this superb tea has multiple layers of flavor and texture. The fragrant flavor is jasmine-like and hits you right away, followed by apricot and pear undertones. Its sweetness is complex, with some tasting honey and others describing it as vanilla-like. Forte tea comes after the tea makers of London. Herbal teas are perfect for tea drinkers who want to experiment with new flavor combinations or those who wish to avoid caffeine. Tea Forte's Belgian mint herbal tea wins in both categories. Along with dried peppermint leaves, which give the drink its minty taste, cacao seed husks are added to make the drink sweet. Because of its particular flavor character, it is an excellent afternoon tea. Now that we've finished with the top luxury tea brands, let's look at the best bottled tea brands you can try. First, we have Lipton Peach Iced Tea. Lipton's Peach Iced Tea is a summertime favorite, with the ideal balance of sweet and cold. If you have any fresh fruit on hand, we recommend adding some chopped peaches and ice to the mix to add some extra flavor. Next is Pure Leaf, unsweetened black tea. Pure Leaf bottled iced teas are all about brewing actual tea leaves to create flavor-packed beverages. There are more flavors to choose from, and none of them have any artificial sweeteners or flavors. Ranked third on this list is Pineapple Blueberry Tea from Tivana. With hints of hibiscus, pineapple, and blueberry, Tivana's iced tea takes you to the tropics. It doesn't have any caffeine or artificial flavors, so the whole family can drink it. The fourth tea brand on the list is Argo Tea Hibiscus Lemonade. Iced tea has been a popular beverage in the United States for almost a century, and Argo tea reminds us why. This iced tea tastes great and is made with real ingredients. It combines cool hibiscus with lemonade to make a low-calorie, slightly sweet drink. Ending this list of the best bottled tea brands is Indrift Iced Tea. Spindrift sparkling water is carbonated, not sweetened, and full of flavor. It is made with fresh lemon juice and black tea to make a refreshing drink that you can enjoy as soon as you open the bottle. See how Spindrift stacks up against other sparkling water brands. And there you have it, the best luxury and bottled tea brands for you to enjoy. With so many tea brands to choose from, you don't have to stick with the standard in your teapot.